To the ancient Sumerians, this sign here meant eye. And this one was always easy for me to remember because it looks kind of like the cross-section of an eye, at least enough to help you remember that it does in fact mean eye. And as an individual logogram, you would read this Iggy. And my little trick to remember this was simply I. And then this symbol here is polyvalent and has several meanings, but overwhelmingly so, it means water. And my trick that I used to have for remembering this one is that it looks a little bit like droplets of water. Looks a little bit like rain if you had lots of them. And you read this and I had strange little memory hacks for many Sumerian logograms. For this one, I would just say it's raining every time I saw this sign. It's raining, it's raining, and that would prompt me to remember that this means water. So now, if we were to put these two signs together, what do you think that might mean? You can either pause it, or I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. And if you said tears or to cry, you'd be correct. However, if you thought we'd read this Iggy, you'd be incorrect. And this actually gives me the opportunity to address this comment. And this is a common misconception, misunderstanding, and I'm in no way having a go at Kenshin here. So the Sumerian grammatical system as a whole uses a layered or tiered system. And I'll take this opportunity to just use an excerpt from my book. And very basically, Sumerian has 3 levels here, 3 layers, 3 tiers. So firstly, we have the formation of words and signs. Then we have the internal organization of the agglutinative, nominal and verbal chains, and then we have lastly the structure of sentences and the clause. And what we've been discussing in this video is number 1, the formation of words and signs, and it's the easiest, most intuitive part of the Sumerian grammatical system. However, what you would like to say is involving the entire grammatical system and is under number 3, the structure of the sentence and clause. But don't worry, I will show you exactly what that sentence would look like and how to say it in just a second. But first, let's get back to this and find out why we don't read it Iggy. So as I said, this is tier number 1, the formation of words and signs. Subcategory under compounds, specifically Diri compounds. And what a Diri compound is when 2 signs with their own individual phonetical values like and Iggy come together like this and under the right context, it changes the value of both signs to a new value. And in this case, that value is ear. Now, unfortunately, there is no order to Diri compounds. It's just one of those nuances that you just have to learn individually for each one, and there are quite a few. Here are just a few more of them using the same sign that we just used and here's the one that we have just been discussing. But we also have regular compounds, and these you would just read with their base value, like this one. To place water, water to place means to irrigate, and you read it anyar. And finally, Kenshin, you wanted to say rivers flowing from the eye of God. Well, that would look like this, and you'd read it as follows: Idid, Igi Dingarata, Salam.